Hey, what is going on, guys? Rudlinel here, come back at you with another batch tutorial. Alright, I'm going to get the Windows command line ready to go, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at how we can customize our shell or our console to the way that we like it. Because, I mean, it's been a while, it's been a really long series, and I think it's time for some more relaxing and time to chill sort of lessons and that sort of thing. So, we can do this inside of the shell with a command called color, and what that will do is it'll actually change the color of your batch prompt, the entire shell and the console, the command prompt that you work at. So let's try it out. Let's do COLR. COLOR. And then when we hit enter, absolutely nothing happens. And that's exactly what we wanted. I'm just kidding. No, let's check out the help file first of all. To help color, and this will set the default console foreground and background color. Now we can just use color, and the syntax has a command line argument or a parameter for the attribute, and the attribute is the attribute of the console output. So these are specified by two hexadecimal digits, and the first corresponds to the background, the second is the foreground. Now each digit can be any of the following values. So we've got 0 represents black, 1 is blue, 2 green, 3 aqua, 4 red, 5 purple, 6 yellow, 7 white, 8 gray, 9 light blue, A light green, B light aqua, C light red, D light purple, E light yellow, and F bright white. So we've got some pretty interesting stuff here, and we can mix these to make whatever we'd like. If no argument is given, the command restores the color to what it was when cmd.exe started. And it can also import this from the default color in the registry. If you guys are unaware of the registry, it's like this ginormous database pool where Windows or your operating system gets a lot of settings. And the color command sets error level to 1 if an attempt is made to execute the color command with the foreground and background color that is the same. Now, that's something stupid, and you should never do that. And it'll actually just set the error level, and that's a environment variable that we can work with inside the batch script, so we can tell if you're trying to do something silly. And there's an example. Color FC produces light red on a bright white background. So we can check this out, because F means bright white, and that's the background, and C means red. Actually, I'm sorry, light red as the foreground. So let's try it out. Let's do color FC, and now it changes everything to be that ugly color. We can reverse these, of course. We can use CF, and then you get that bright red and bright white, that sort of mixture again. We can use color 0A for like this nice matrix nerdy looking shell where we have green text and a black background. We can even reverse that if we wanted to, and all that stuff. We can make it more of a notepad sort of looking thing. If we're trying to hide the command prompt, it's like we're at school or at work or something, we can just change the color so it looks more like a normal window rather than this big ginormous black box in the middle of your screen. That's a little threatening, you know. So you've got some options here. It's probably a good idea to learn some of these numbers and what these letters represent if you're going to be changing the color a lot. But there is a certain thing when you're trying to run this. Actually, we can just use color, and it'll switch it back to normal. But when you're trying to run color and you're changing it inside the shell, it's only temporary to that shell. So if I close this and actually open the command line up again, it's still black and white with the black background and white foreground. So what we can do is we can actually right-click the properties here. If we right-click the menu or the title bar at the top of the shell and we select properties, we can go over to the color tab, and we can check out some of the options here, because we could potentially change some of these things as part of the actual properties for the shortcut. So whenever you start it up, it'll have these values. So I'm just going to set up that black and white thing that I did earlier, and the thing is, you can actually change the RGB or the red, green, and blue values for each color. So you can make something more red and more that sort of thing if you wanted to. You do have the option for that. You can see it's slowly changing down there, but I'm going to keep it 0. Now when I run this, it's still white and that sort of thing, but that's only going to stay for this shell. If I tried to run like cmd, because it's running it as a command, not as that shortcut that I've created down here, it's going to be sticking with those options. So what you can do, actually right-click on your desktop, or whenever you're trying to do something new, you can create a shortcut, and inside there you can have the location be the actual command that you're trying to run as if you were writing inside the shell, and that's cmd. So we can use cmd, we'll call it cmd, and if we do properties here, just like we were doing earlier, we can actually check out the colors and modify things just to be exactly how he wanted it. So this is all pretty similar to what we've just been doing, but there's more ways to do it that'll actually save the information. I can bring this down, and so now you can see you've got more colors here. So it's pretty versatile, but there is some quirks that you're gonna have to remember, just like anything in Batch. But there it is, guys. A little bit more of a way to customize your shell and make it more comfortable and more friendly for you, so you're not in one big giant black box. I'll see you again, though. Thank you.